It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I went to my local Morrison's recently to buy some beer, and when I go down the beer aisle, I generally choose my beers, put them in the trolley, and then I think, snacks. I'm not really a nut man. I'll eat nuts in other people's houses, but when I buy them here, they always seem to stay in the cupboard for about 6 months. And then I go, oh, I've got to eat these lemon peanuts. I'm more of a crisp man. So went down the food aisle, the crisp aisle, and I seen these Monster Munch Giants. Now they got the word new on them, and I'm thinking, new? Is it that they're a new size bag, 85 gram bag, or is it that Monster Munch have gone back to the 1980s where they produced big clothes? They got really small in the 2000s. The 2000s were the year where, or the years, the decade where everything become small and shrunk. Shrinkification, I think it's called. Bit rubbish, wasn't it? Remember Curly Whirlies from the 1980s? So two things have happened. Big bag, they've made the original size. So we got some pickled onion as well as the roast beef. And a new flavour of Wotsits Giants. These are prawn cocktail. I'm going to start off with these. Are these 85 grams? Oh, 105 grams. They were all £1.20 a bag in Morrison's. Let's go. I do like the Giants. I do like the Wotsits Giants. I do like them with some beer as well. So here's a look at them. They smell weirdly fishy. Now, I know you might be saying, oh yeah, they're prawn. But prawn crisps never really smell of fish. But these have got a slight whiffy, slight weird fishy. It's only subtle. The other thing is that kind of sweetness in there. Let's get in. Apparently, prawn cocktail Wotsits were a thing before, and they were discontinued. I can understand why they were discontinued. Prawn cocktail skips are just hand in hand. They just work. Prawn cocktail potato chips, potato crisps, they work. But for some reason, the prawn cocktail Wotsit doesn't really work. I'm getting a lot of kind of mazy, wafery tastes, but only a little bit of prawn cocktail flavour. They really need to up the ante with the prawn cocktail flavour. Because it's mostly on the nose. You're mostly smelling the prawn cocktail. You're not really tasting too much of it. Really interesting. Interesting enough that I'll have two more. Right. Giants. Monster Munch Giants. Are they as big as I remember from the 80s? Clean my fingers. Oh, yes! Yes, absolutely. That's how I remember Monster Munch. New but old. Look at the size on that claw. Lovely beefy smell as well. Well, let's get in. Oh, they're good. They're really good. As a kid, you can imagine me in the 1980s. I would have been a single-digit person. I would have been about 7 or 8 or 9, buying these and cramming a whole one in your mouth. It's all right when you're an adult, but as a kid, it was a proper mouthful. I haven't had beef Monster Munch in probably 15 years. They're fabulous. I got some beer reviews to do after this. I'm almost kind of like tempted to crack open a lager with this fabulous beef monster. They're really, really good. And so much more satisfying when they're back to their original size. It's a bit like the Yorkie bar being big and, you know, that whole kind of crazy man chocolate bar thing. But it just, I like a Yorkie bar. I like big Monster Munch. What's the other crisps that give off like a manly kind of feel to them? They're like big ridge cut crisps. KP, what are they called? Oh, the big ridge, McCoy's. McCoy's give off that very same feel. Big, bold, flavoursome crisps. This is the same. And they are fabulous. I was wondering if there was even a review here today, but I thought to myself, let's just flick the camera on. Let's see if it's worth a video. I think it is so far. I think this is really good scientific work. Because if it wasn't for me making YouTube videos, I probably wouldn't have bothered with these. Probably wouldn't have bothered. So far, them beef Monster Munch have been a highlight of my day. Now for the pickled onion. Oh, yeah, pickled onion Monster Munch. I wasn't always a fan of pickled onion Monster Munch. I liked them, but I would always go for the roast beef. Again, big claw, £1.20 a bag. I don't think they're as strong as I remember, but they have got a lovely pickled onion tingle to them. So on the back of the bag, Monster Munch is saying they've supersized the favourite Monster Munch snack. You can't fool us old people, walkers. You cannot fool us old people. They weren't even walkers anyway back in the day. They were Golden Wonder. A company called Golden Wonder made Monster Munch, and they were always big like this. Oh, these are so good. It's got that spine-tingling pickled onion flavour to it on a big Monster Munch again. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but this big mouthful of crisp is just so satisfying. One more and I'm ready to rate them. I don't know if you suffer from the same thing. Maybe suffer's the wrong word. But I got a bit of a tacky, as soon as I started eating them pickled onion, I got a bit of a tacky brow. Bit of a like, oh, pickled onion, oh. Starting off with the Wotsits Giants prawn cocktail. They were all right. If they discontinued them, I wouldn't be protesting on the street type of thing. You know, they're a 6 out of 10. Monster Munch beef, I think now, with them giant bags, Friday night, Saturday night, crisp night for me. I think they're going to be a weekly addition to go with my Doritos. Them beef Monster Munch are 9 out. That would be a 9, wouldn't it? A 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for the beef Monster Munch, followed by an 8 out of 10 for the pickled onion Monster Munch Giants. Really enjoyed them. Pick them up at the moment. They're £1.20 in Morrison's. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.